Hello, everybody. Hang on, we're a little discombobulated. There we go. Hey, Tabitha. Just trying to set myself up. Sorry, guys, I was rushing home from work to do this stream. How's everybody? Welcome. I am the real Matt Hunt. That's my name. For those who don't know, but since you're here, I'm assuming that you know, and we'll get right to business. Hey, Dennis, thanks for joining. As always, we only have one toy to unbox today. That would be the Trigger Machine Crane and Drill. So we're gonna do that, and then I'll take some questions, and maybe we'll talk a little bit about other nerdy things, and then I'm gonna go to bed probably. Maybe watch some TV. I wish I could play some Sentai music. I don't want this video tagged after the fact. Okay. Alrighty. So here's the box that I've just opened. Get the front there. I'm getting used to the way that these boxes are put out. I'm still not sure if I like it. Depends on the box, honestly. But standard Sentai stuff. Got Red Ranger up top, showing both vehicles. Got the combination in the background. You flip to the side, it shows you all the different modes and how you can play with it. Other side is going to be your information on the mecha, their height, width, speed, all that. That kind of stuff is also found on TV Asahi. They put that stuff up. And then, the back is sort of just what's in the box, what it plays with, that kind of thing. Standard for all of them. Instructions, and here's how it is in the box. Pretty compact. I like that. The Trigger Machines have been more compact than the Dial Fighters. I don't know if it's just because of the way that they're designed, or they have to accommodate the dial on top. So. Okay, take this guy out. Ooh, they wrapped the crane there in plastic to kind of keep it nice and secure. That's a good thing. I'm just kind of worrying. Can I lift it up? That's a question. Bear with me. I'm silly and dumb, and it's been a long day. Here we go. I'm guessing that means that this thing can sort of move pretty easily if they've gone ahead and wrapped it like that in the box, because usually with Sentai Mecha you don't have these kind of saran wrapping, I guess it is. Kind of annoying, actually. Points off. I don't want to mess with anything. Let's see if I can get it out from the other side. This is fun. Which one? Okay. That's true. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. What good striker line are we talking about, Dennis? All right, so there is Crane. Similar to Cyclone Dial Fighter, the paint apps are much better in hand. I think the yellow that they used, which is like a really highlighter yellow, doesn't really come off well in pictures. Oh, I don't know if I'm sorry, I can't, can I look up on this? I don't know if I can look up. My phone is bad when it comes to streaming. If you would be so kind as to repeat it for me so I can see it, I'll answer. I was distracted by the new plastic crack. So it looks pretty good. Oh no, it's okay. Just let me know what it was. Oh. Yeah, it's got a trigger. It's got a trigger. I mean, it might not be shown too well in the show, but it's definitely there. It might just have been sort of cut. Okay, so I'm rambling. I'm very tired. Oh, I just want to say a big thank you to the other mods on Ranger board. They're working really really hard right now to get the board back in shape. Oh, he asked in the show. I only watched it live. So when you do that, got it. When you do that, there's certain things that you miss. I mean, I speak Japanese, but it's not perfect, obviously. So if that's the case, I gotta go back and watch it. I would assume that in that case that some of the machines originally didn't have either the dials or the triggers, and somebody put them on them. So when Crane was, I guess, first developed, I'll have to watch it. I'll watch it if it's anything necessary. I'm sure they'll bring it up again. But anyway, I like the look of him. He's cool. The paint's cool. Doesn't beat the blade, scissor and blade dial fighter. Hilltop was very interesting in this episode. Borderline inappropriate with Umika, but he was interesting. Alrighty. Okay, so there we go. That's cool. So a simple flip up, but that's really cool. And you can kind of extend that way. Drill kind of just sits in there, so it's pretty locked when you have the crane arm down, but there's no joint really. It's kind of just open there. So don't have this open and then flip it over and think that he's gonna stay in there. That might be the reason why they lock that up as well. I will try not to spoil anything from the episode. I mean, obviously, we know Crane was in there. The song he was singing... I gotta go back and watch this episode again. Obviously. I must have watched it and not really paid as good attention to it as I should have. Probably because I was sort of... Oh, he wasn't singing a song. He was mispronouncing Japanese. He was doing it sing-songy, I guess, but he was trying to say omimai. I'm not sure. He might have been singing, I guess, but he wasn't referencing a song. He was trying to say Japanese, and then he realized that he said the wrong thing and corrected himself. I think they're trying, from what I remember him talking about, it sounds like his wife might be Japanese. We'll see where they go with that. That'd be an interesting sort of real-life situation that they can kind of play with. Okay, this down. I guess this just... Yeah, his gratuitous English is pretty fun. And it's I was wondering what they were going to do with that, because he speaks really good Japanese in like real life, so. Crane no ichi o modoshite. Oh, okay. You just gotta pull it out. I don't like that. It's too ratchety. Oh shit. Oh. Okay, well that extends and breaks out. Very interesting design, very transformery. I'm not sure if I like that it juts out like that. I would rather some kind of lever or something. Comparing it to machines we've had in the past, like Go-Go Crane, which I wish I had not attached to anything, I'd pull him out. I like him a lot better than Go-Go Crane, actually. Yeah, right here. Whether that will be for any reason in the future, who knows? It might just be to, prevent kids from snapping the thing in half. It could be. I mean, we didn't think that the dial fighters and the trigger machines for the core rangers were going to work together so much, and they do. So, but he's really cool. Yeah. He reminds me of Go-Go Crane, but the stream is full screen. And I was able to do it this time, so we're moving up in the world. Yeah, it's really nice. Let's see drill. Okay. That's true. That's true. The splash repaint might be white, even though the top of that is completely different. Crane Joe, I like that. Okay. The drill kind of just snaps it. I definitely could be to accommodate the remold for sure. You know, very nice. It's a drill tank. There's not much more you can sort of ask for this. I've got, it gives like a Thunderbirds kind of feel, which is cool. Let's see. What I really like is that you can park the drill on top of the crane, and that's really cool. So let's see. How do they want me to do this? Okay. Just like that. Not really so much attached, but yeah, it just sits on it. It's cool though. Simulate from the show. If you don't jostle it around too much, if it's just on your shelf, you can leave it like that. It doesn't connect. It uses the pins to actually make it sit. So it's not unstable as long as it's on a flat surface. I don't think you can sort of fling it around and expect it to stay on. But cool enough. Okay, so normal mode. So this is what is called normal mode in this, and then attack mode is there. Okay, let's and obviously the drill attack mode is having the drill. Let's put him in the VS changer. Okay. I like that. That's pretty cool looking. Attached to the gun. Okay. No dial. There's no dial. Thanks. You know, I forget to do it because I don't especially like doing it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we know Ichigo's getting a weapon for Splash. They might just be trying to sort of vary what the two teams do as far as that is concerned. Because Drill is actually a pretty powerful weapon on its own. As far as what it says in Terabikun anyway. It can kind of pierce through walls and all that. So let's see. Drill. Yeah, that's fun. I like the Miami Vice sound effects. It's officially at that point of the toy collecting year where I have too much stuff on the shelf because stuff that I need to display certain things isn't out yet. It's a fun time. I'm waiting for those trains to come out next month for sure, and July. It's going to be a while. Alrighty, so it is time to combine. Okay, so you open it up, you pull that out, you close it. Very simple. Drill, you just have to pop out the little handle in the back so that you can use it as a weapon. And then he's done. I have Pat Kaiser already ready with one arm. All right, so that's that. And alrighty. That is Pat Kaiser Strong. So again, Lupinranger is going to sort of win this round of the collection war for me. I like Blade and Scissor Dial Fighter a lot more than these guys, but in hand, you know, where you can see everything matching up and the black sort of matches. It's not as bright as it is in pictures. It's not bad. It's a fun addition to the collection. I'm wondering if the auxiliaries are going to play any role in the final combination. I would lean towards no, but we didn't expect for the combination between the multiple Rangers and Good Striker and the trains as well. So we'll see. All right, that's it. It's a very simple little episode because I am really tired. But I'll take questions if you guys have anything, regardless if it's Sentai, Kamen Rider related. We could talk Pokemon a little bit. You know, we're supposedly getting a direct this week, but that's been the case for... Do you think that they could do 2 final combos this time? It's possible. It's possible. I think what... Let me tuck him back here. What I could see them doing maybe is having the final robot be something that utilizes the auxiliary machines, and not having the main machines combine with it necessarily, because you're going to have VSX and also possible they could combine everything. I could see them doing VSX is the big team combo, then the fourth quarter robots are going to be things that can utilize the auxiliary machines sort of separately. I could see that being the case. There's a reason that Splash is a remold, because they could have easily, they could have easily made a new mold for that. They did that for a reason. Yeah. Any other questions? It's a short show, and I'm fine with that. I want to take it easy before my voice goes, but I'll do like 2 more questions. I would like a final cluster. It depends on how it's sort of shaped. I think VSX, as far as I can tell from the catalog pictures, VSX is not going to be too big this way. It'll still be pretty flat, thanks to Good Kaiser being pretty slim. So I'm not too worried about it fitting on the shelf with all of them. But so I don't read One Piece. I watch One Piece, but Um, I'm always excited for One Piece. I avoid the manga like a plague because I don't want to be spoiled in the anime. It's it's a hard thing to do. But I got into One Piece really when I was over in Japan, and it was easier for me to watch the show versus reading the manga. At some point, I'll go back and start reading the manga when I know I'm far enough behind. But I'm all for One Piece. Just I watch the anime. Um, Noted. Katakuri is a great character. At least from what I've seen so far. As to the other question, what am I expecting out of Pokemon Let's Go? Well, I'm very interested to see what it comes to be. There are sort of more credible rumors about it, and I say more credible in that they have gotten a thing right. But being the guy who posts all the Super Sentai and Kamen Rider rumors, I can tell you that I'm an aggregator, so I have a couple different sources that I use. When I post something, I usually it's something that I've seen in at least two places, right? But people make mistakes, you know, because they are people. It is human to error. So this one leaker who guessed the names a while back on April 1st for the Pokemon games, he could have had a source that had the name right, but then everything else was sort of either misconstrued or it happens. Um, just because somebody's right about one thing doesn't mean that they're going to be right about everything, which is why I like to play the grain of salt game. But I'm excited from what I'm hearing. The one thing I think that's getting out of hand right now is the same guy who leaked those titles back in April posted that there won't be any newer Pokemon past the 151 of Gen 1. But then another person pretending to be him responded that that's the case even in the in the post game, but he never said that that's the fact. And I've seen a couple of YouTube videos now that are claiming that he posted that, and it becomes a whole thing. So from what I can tell right now, we're looking at a half remake, half reboot, half sequel, three halves. Masuda's definitely teasing us. Masuda's a troll. Um, there's a lot of trolling going on at the Pokemon Company right now. The main animator for the Pokemon anime is throwing out pictures of Yellow and Eevee, like casual. Yeah, so like for instance, with Lupinranger, I got a lot of good information on Lupinranger and Patranger. Um, Sorry, lost my train of thought. Things are happening outside distracted me. I got a little good info for that rumor season with them. Whoever was on 2CH happened to have inside information, and I've done enough of this where I can sort of tell if somebody's being really, really fake or really legitimate. Usually, the legitimate rumors are going to be really short. They're not going to be too descriptive. They're just going to give you bullet points, which this April 1st leak for Pokemon had. It was, let's go, Pikachu and Eevee versions. You play as a new character. Red and Blue were involved, but you don't play as them. It's sort of a Yellow remake, and that's really. Oh, and Go integration. There'll be integration of Pokemon Go in some fashion. So I believe all that is true. I don't think Lupin X, Patron X would be showing up next month. We don't know an episode number. It's a June episode though. He'll be in by the end of June because his merchandise comes out by the end of the month. Yeah, next month. We'll get scans from Terabikun and Terabimag this coming weekend. We should, I think. If not this coming weekend, then before June definitely. We'll get some scans and he'll be in those scans, so we kind of have a better idea, I guess, or we'll get a better idea of how he operates and who he is, even if it's just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I'll try and tweet it out. We're doing, I shouldn't say we, I'm, helping when I can. They are doing their best to get it back up, and again, I thank them for that. Yeah, they randomly gave him that other form, I think, because they had to justify that repainted dragon being a thing for the movie. It'll be interesting to see how that gets to the movie writer. Um, but we'll see. There's going to be some interesting things happening in Build, which there always are apparently. It's a very deep, involved show, for sure. All right, I'll take one more question because I just feel like I'm not even really speaking correct English anymore. I also have to reorganize all my toys at some point. There's just many. How was my day? Thank you, Dennis. It was a Monday. It was a long Monday. A long Monday in the travel industry. Um, so, can't complain. Got a new toy. Going to see Star Wars on Friday. It's a good life. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. So things to keep attention. Things to pay attention to. Monday is such a long day. But I can go watch Supergirl later. That's nice. Till they move it to Sunday. Thoughts. So things to keep in mind. We will do another one of these when we get the first batch of Lupin X, Patranger X stuff. It might not all be at the same time. I'm gonna try and make it at the same time. We'll see. For the unboxing, pretty much I just do these the day that I get them. So there's that. July is going to be the last quarter toy catalog for Lupinranger, Patranger, and then also the first toy catalog. I can't speak. The first quarter catalog for Kamen Rider Go. Or ZO. We don't know how it's going to be. Well, we know it's going to be pronounced. It'll be pronounced Geo, but we don't know if it's intended to be spelled as ZO or what it even means. It is going to be the first Kamen Rider to actually not fully take place in Heisei for since Heisei began. So this is the officially it'll be looked back on as both the last Heisei rider and 5 Riders with Attitude. Yep. It'll be looked back on as the first new era rider and also the last Heisei era rider, because that's kind of the weird way that those years work in Japan. Like I'm born in the Showa era, but also it's a weird thing. You're kind of, some people are sort of on the halfway point, so that is where we find ourselves with that. So that's going to be next month. Next month will be a big thing for new toy announcements and that kind of stuff. We're also going to have. I really should get some sleep. I'm going to get some sleep. Or I shouldn't say next month. July will be big toy announcements. Next month is E3. So a lot of video game stuff is going to be happening there. Kingdom Hearts 3 looks great. Really excited about that. And then August is going to be Power Morphicon. And that's pretty crazy, and I'm going to spend a lot of money. I'm hoping to do some stuff at Power Morphicon, live streams from there. There's a couple of people in the community that I really want to, talk with and discuss new rumors. By that point, we'll be getting new rumors for Super Sentai of next year. So we will talk about some of that then. But I'm going to call it here, guys, at a nice half an hour, because I am about to pass out. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you, and have a good night. Later.